What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the next video on learning C++. My name is QDS Danny and you guys watching my channel Coriowood. Alright, so in this video we're gonna show you guys what is union. Okay, what is union? Union is the two or more variables share the same memory location. Because they share the same location, the same space, if we assign a value to one, the value for the second one will be wiped out. So unlike other data structures, if you've seen that int, float, whatever you guys put it, so it goes to the one location. But in the case of the union, say we've got a age, say if we have a union ABC, then the int age in string channel is gonna share the same location. So they have the manage. If you assign something to this value, the value for this one's gonna be wiped out. So you're gonna see funny value for this one because there is no value for this one. But if we assign something to this value, the value for the int age is going to be wiped out. Okay, so we're going to come here and we have a union number. You can put your x, y, z. We have a int x and a float y. So we're going to see, so the first instance, if you guys look at here, we are using our union. Is just keep in mind union is exactly like a struct. So with the syntax is exactly like a struct, but with the struct, if you put an int, the int gonna have its own value, own space, and float y is gonna have own space. So put in long story short, all of them's got a house. For example, all of them have a house, our unit. But in case of union, they don't have their own house, so they all crumbles gonna be squeezed into one house. It's if you got a 4 value here, all of them is gonna share the same space. It means all of them is gonna be roommate. So if you put a value for 1, it's gonna wipe out the whole value. So it's not recommended that you guys have a lot of values. If you assign 1, all of the values you're gonna see funny values. So we have a union number and we use this number and we assign a value. Say for example our result, whatever value.x, we put it, and we're going to the value for say we put some message, the value for x is okay. And what about the value for y? So we're gonna put a next line here and we're gonna say okay. So we're gonna come here and we say we're gonna test the value of x because we assign x, and we want to see if the value of the y, because if the value of the y should be 0, but we're gonna check. All good. So if you look in here, the value for x is 100 because we have assigned 100 there, and the value of the y is 1.4. It doesn't make sense. So because this value is taken, so this y value is got a funny number. This number coming from somewhere we don't know, and that's why the value of the y is wiped out because it's not a 0 anymore. Okay, so if you come here and say value of the y, and we put a next line, okay. So the value of x, now we're gonna assign something to the value of the y. So what we're gonna do is that we're gonna come here, copy everything. Why we copy? Because we are a bit lazy. So instead of writing everything again, so now we're gonna put a value dot y. So what we're gonna do, because we have a float here, we're gonna put say a value of 700.50 for example. Okay, so the value of x is now, and we're gonna see the x, and the value of the y is, we're gonna see the y. So we're gonna see now in the first one, in the second one. Okay, so the first one we've seen that the value of x is 100, and you see the y is funny value we've seen. And with the second instance, if you assign the value of y, then you're gonna see the value of x is got a funny number. So if you see in this one, this got a 700.50 y. At the first line, the value of x is equal to 100 and the value of the y, because if it's they have their own space, then we would see if the value of the x is, then at the second one you should see the same value of 100, but you're not seeing the value of 100 here because this wiped out. So the here at the first line, x got a value but y not have a value, but the second one, the y is got a value but the x got not a value. So that's the reason you guys see some funny random number for the y, x, and the second one, the y is got a value of the 700.50. So this is a union, very simple, easy to understand. So keep in mind, unions got the, when you declare union, they all gonna be share the same space. So they don't have their own space, they have their they're gonna be like roommate squeezed in the one room. So if you assign value to x, the y is gonna be wiped out, but if you assign value to y, the x gonna be wiped out. So at the one time, one of them is gonna have a value, not both at the same time. Alright guys, thanks for watching. That's it for this video. If you have any question or comment, leave in the comment box. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next video, and bye.